All right, welcome back to the Couch Live. You're here with the street certified dope, Dr. Louis Delgado. That's me, Luis Alfonso Delgado, certified addictions professional. Hey, you like that?
Sounds like an Italian name. Yeah.
Luis Alfonso Delgado.
Oh my goodness.
And of course my co-host, Dr. Kent Hoffman. What's terrible? Because you don't understand it.
I just have two names.
That's it?
Yeah,
no, in that commercial,
no,
didn't you just say Kent S.
Hoffman.
Okay,
What's the
S?
Is the S for Steve?
What is
Steven?
Steven. That's what I was saying.
Oh, you're a Steven.
That's it, yep.
You sure you're not a Skip?
Nope, Steven.
Pretty
sure.
like a Skip. No, Skippy. So, no, you'll get me later. So anyway, so here we are for the YouTube segment of the Couch Live. All right, so we're talking about depression and the anti-anxiety medication that you and recovery, of course.
Right.
And you were explaining about the silos and how you could take the medication, or why someone would need the medication,
right,
for depression. All right, now, what about somebody who doesn't really want to take medication? Is this long-term? Is this short-term?
Usually it takes about 9 months to a year to get your brain chemicals back up, even on antidepressants. Longer than that, quote-unquote, naturally. And, I know a lot of people want to take, if they do want to go the natural route where they can take herbs or supplements, things like valerian root for, anxiety, and, there's natural things that they can take for depression. But, compared to the pharmaceutical products, those are really, pretty weak in comparison. Yeah. So, it takes a long time, and it just depends on how quickly they want to get well.
So let's say someone's taking an antidepressant. Now, that's not really teaching the brain how to move the serotonin around, right?
Well, what it's doing is it's boosting the serotonin levels, temporarily. It's like, kind of putting turbo on a car.
Yeah.
It's not that the engine couldn't work on its own, but it's, giving it some boost
to make it work
for a while.
Function.
Not that they couldn't come off of it later on.
Yeah, but if it doesn't teach it, then what do you recommend to teach it? Like, you're not one of these physicians just put them on antidepressants and say, well, your brain's going to figure itself out later, are you?
No, I mean, they can be on it for 9 months to a year. Again, there's a specific reason that they've run down these brain chemicals.
Sure.
Because they were using them.
Sure.
So if they quit using, go on the medication.
The brain will get back to where it was.
Oh, yeah, it's still making it. Mm-hmm. It's just that their demand is so much greater because now they're going through withdrawal, and then we know there's going to be post-acute withdrawal. And, recovery is a journey. As we know, it's not a short-term process.
And what's the difference between withdrawal and post-acute withdrawal? What's the difference of those two?
Well, withdrawal is, of course, when they're, going through the... Yeah, exactly. It's the, Johnny Cash chained to the bed type thing and walk the line and, but again, we make that easier with medications for them to get through that
like what Chris goes
process.
through when we come in. Chris
exactly.
ready to withdraw. When he gets a little, he starts shaking a little bit. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. We say,
he can't wait for us to leave.
Okay.
He could pull the bottle of Captain out.
They had a show last night. Okay.
Yes. I'm kidding.
But and then post-acute withdrawal is just really the result of not using the brain chemicals, kind of that serotonin and norepinephrine and dopamine vacuum that they experience. And they're agitated, they're cranky. It's kind of like prolonged PMS, maybe.
Ooh,
yeah,
nasty.
That's easy for us to say.
Sooner we can kind of help them through that phase, or easier that we can help them through that phase, the better. Okay. And then, I'm all for stacking the deck in the patient's favor early on,
because you can't get high from it anyway.
No. I mean, if they can be more focused,
absolutely.
Better in groups, better in counseling, better in meetings, and more able to focus and absorb what we want them to, get out of recovery early on, then they're just a leg up on things.
So no stigma, people.
Right.
Because I mean, there's a lot of therapists that are kind of against it because they say you can't really get to those emotional levels, because it is harder to get them into the emotional levels when they're on antidepressants. But you're saying this is only short term,
right?
For addicts, that is. We're talking about addicts,
right? I don't want to make people flat.
Yeah.
where
you don't give that much.
Oh, your dog died. Oh, great. You won the lottery. Oh, great. That's not good. No, we don't take people to those places where they're just so flat that they have no happiness, they have no sadness.
Good.
I mean, people can still cry. People can still...
Also, the other dysfunction that tends to happen. It can make a person even more depressed.
Yeah.
Because we don't with all those medications, that other...
Yeah, we don't want sexual dysfunction.
It's
like the dysfunction you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's bad enough your sponsors are out there saying, no sex for a year or whatever, but then now they say, well, now the doctor gave you something to ensure that.
No new relationships. No new relationships.
That's what he meant.
New relationships.
New relationships.
Right.
So you got to call all the old ones. You can only call the old ones.
So, of course, if you got one, man, you're hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, don't leave me, baby. Yeah, don't leave me. You're in an old relationship.
It's not even Valentine's Day, and I'm getting flowers and candy. He has changed.
So those drugs have some side effects and stuff, but talk to your physician about it. But anyway, don't be worried about it, I think is what we're saying. Don't be concerned that you get on antidepressants. If you're not clinically depressed long haul, if this is something as a result of your drugs or alcohol use, you will be getting off it.
Right. It's
as opposed to somebody
to an end.
who's clinically depressed prior to using, and this is probably a long-term issue.
Yeah, that may need it, for life. Yeah. Or indefinitely.
All right, that's it. I'm glad you cleared that up. All right, so that's our YouTube segment for that part, and we appreciate clearing it up on that because there's tons of clients that always have an issue taking medication. And like you said, it's like, that's weird. They come in here after taking all, putting all kinds of stuff in their body, and then they tell you, I don't want to take any pills.
Yeah, they'll, what do you got today, from the dope man, and they'll, crush it and snort no matter what it is, you know.
And all of a sudden you want to put them on antidepressants, and they tell you what?
Right, or they're, no, I want to go natural. All of a sudden they want to go natural. Natural what? Arsenic is natural. Yeah, that's not good for you. So
my community is full of people that in holistic's a great approach and natural's a great approach. But it's weird how when we make that switch, it's like all of a sudden we don't want to put anything in our body, and it's like, wait a minute, what we've put in the system already?
Right.
Yeah, but that's why. Because it's like, I'm just so sick of putting stuff in like that.
And that's not a bad place to be. No. That's a good thing. But
but the day I go to just tofu and yoga, bro, that's all. That's it's not today.
Good. I'm worried about you.
It's not today. So thanks very much.
I saw you eat breakfast.
Yeah, what? Pancakes, man. Pancakes. Eating breakfast with this guy is ridiculous. This guy eats like egg whites and cottage cheese or something like that.
There were pancakes under that butter?
I have to tell you
the butter,
story offline.
No, just butter, and then just add a little pancake to it.
All right, thank our sponsors.
DLM Success. That's dlmsuccess.usana.com. That's dlmsuccess.usana.com. Go there, get your vitamin supplements if you want to go natural, as you call it. A little bit more holistic approaches. They got great vitamin supplements. And, of course, Rev 3, which is a natural energy drink. A lot better than that stuff you're probably taking right now. So thank you very much, DLM Success.
It's just good for you.
USANA. Yeah, dlmsuccess.usana.com. And that was our YouTube segment for the Couch Live. We'll be back after this break, right after this.